Fan-freaking-tastic.
I think somebody else should start the thing, and I should just jump in out of nowhere.
No, just sit down. Hi guys, welcome back to the Family Dinner Podcast. If you're new here, we're a bunch of idiots who honestly like to talk probably way too much. But for a refresher, I'm Ella, this is Malachi, this is Faith. So today we are going to be talking about paranormal places in Texas. I'm going to be talking about the Driskill Hotel in Austin, Texas. Faith's going to be talking about the Baker Hotel in Mineral Wells, Texas. And Malachi is going to be talking about the Haunted Hill House, also in Mineral Wells, Texas. So I'm going to go first with my little topic. Okay, so the Driskill Hotel was built in 1886. It's the oldest operating hotel in Austin. The Driskill was conceived and built by Cole Jesse Driskill, a cattleman who spent his fortune constructing the finest hotels south of St. Louis. The hotel was founded on what was called blood money because Jesse was a warmongerer and he sold his cattle during the Civil War to the Confederate Army. And when the Civil War ended, he realized that he had a shitload of money, bank vaults full of money. So this is when he got the idea to move to Austin and start the construction of the Driskill Hotel. So the hauntings consist of four different spirits. The first one is called the Cowboy, and that's Jesse Driskill himself. And it's said that he haunts the hotel. Shortly after it opened up, he came under the pressure of financial hardship. It's essentially code for he blew his earnings on booze, women, and gambling. Jesse had no choice but to forfeit the ownership of the Driskill almost immediately after it opened up, causing him to be, up to his eyeballs in debt. Monica Ballard, the author of True Haunted Tales, of the Driskill Hotel, stated in her book that one of the most favorite stories... I thought you were going to sneeze again. One of my most favorite stories is one of the few sightings we've had of Colonel Driskill. One of his favorite rooms in the Driskill overlooks 6th Street in Brazos, and there was a consultant in town who woke up one night to see a gentleman standing in his room, looking out the window about 3 o'clock in the morning, puffing on a cigar. He sat up in bed and said, "Hey, fella, what the hell are you doing in my room?" He said the guy looked at him and gave him this look like your room, but he didn't say anything. The consultant leaned over and snapped on the light by the bed, and when the light came on, there was no one standing by the window, but the curtain was still swaying, and there was a cloud of cigar smoke in the air. The next one is the bride. In the early 1900s, a distraught bride checked into room 329 of the Driskill. Her fiancé had just called off their wedding. The woman decided to blow over $40,000 on a shopping spree and culinary free-for-all on her second day of mourning. On the third, she lined up all her swag next to her bed, pulled out a gun, and blew her head off. She used a pillow to muffle the sound of the round. To this day, guests swear they see her ghost towing bags up and down the halls of the hotel, and some have even said that they see her walking up to her room and she enters room 329 without even opening the door. So she walks through it. The next one is the child. Another of the ghosts said to haunt the Driskill is that of a child who died after plummeting to his death down a flight of stairs. The kid made a grab for his bouncy ball and overreached. Paranormal investigators have managed to catch the faint sound of a ball ping-ponging against walls while a mischievous voice giggles. Some investigators have also said that if you were to roll a ball at the top of the stairs, there's a possibility of the ball rolling back to you when no one is seen pushing the ball. And then the last spirit that is most seen at the Driskill is the spirit of Lady Bird and Lyndon B. Johnson. During their relationship, the pair had their first hookup/date in 1934 in the Driskill's dining room. For years, they flocked to the place not only to relive their glory days, but for special occasions. The Driskill became LBJ's favorite spot when he visited Austin, so much that he watched the results of the 1946 presidential election from the presidential suite. For no one that knows, the 1946 presidential election is the year that LBJ won, and he became president of the United States. So after he saw the results of the election, he addressed his supporters in the ballroom, and he did like a little victory dance. And the Driskill was, and quite possibly is, LBJ's favorite spot in Austin. So to this day, people still like recount tales of stumbling into the ballroom and catching the reflection of the late president and his adoring wife on the mirrors or out of the corner of their eyes. And to this day, the Driskill Hotel maintains its rank as Texas's most haunted hotel because guests still travel to see if there is truth to the many legends living inside. Any questions?
Is that Faith's story? The little
No,
boy?
it's mine.
Oh, the little boy that fell in the elevator. Or is that Faith?
No, that's two different ones.
Okay. I was like...
No, so hers is the little girl, mine's the little boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in some stories, it's said that it's a little girl that falls down the stairs and dies, but in others, it's a boy.
So did they ever figure out who it was, though?
No, there is a painting. I didn't talk about it because it's to me, it just sounds like folklore, but there's a haunted painting in the Driskill that's also like, it's a picture of a little girl holding a letter and flowers in her hand, and that's rumored to be the daughter of the senator at the time. And they say it's haunted because the senator, while he was at the Driskill, he like died of an unfortunate accident, and so he haunts the painting that is his daughter, supposedly. But I don't. All it is a feeling that you get when you walk by the painting, and I didn't really want to
discuss it.
Yeah, but I know by the stairs in the Driskill, there's a little painting of who fell down the stairs, and I just can't remember if it's a little boy or a little girl. But in the article I read, it said that it was a little boy. So, you're next.
Okay. Pass the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to be talking about the Baker Hotel. The Baker Hotel was opened in 1922. I'm getting nervous.
You got it.
Okay. Cut that part out, Malachi.
What are you doing?
The Baker Hotel was opened in 1922 by a man named Theodore J. Baker. And let's just say, he had a son and a wife and a mistress.
Oh.
And a mistress.
Ladies, man.
So, it was a ladies' man. So, the Baker Hotel is in Mineral Wells. I already said that.
That's okay.
But, so let me give you a little backstory on Mineral Wells. Mineral Wells is a little town in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Texas. And it is known for...
Continue.
I said just like Lubbock.
But it's known for its crazy water. And crazy water is basically mineral water. It's like natural water from like natural springs and crap. That there's like a big well, like underground aquifer under the town of Mineral Wells. And so
they could really collapse at any moment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
No, yeah. But
Aquifer underground.
Yes, thank you. A little bit before I'm gonna kick you in the face. A little bit before the hotel opened, this is kind of like a tangent, but this man and his wife had, I don't know how to say the name of the disease that they had, but they had a farm in like right outside of Mineral Wells. They had a well and it was connected to this water. And right after they bought the home, they started drinking the water and feeding the water to their animals. Their animals stayed healthy And all of a sudden, after they started drinking this water, they were like, oh my God, I actually, like, we're feeling better. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's crazy water. It's like healing water, miracle water, whatever you want to call it. And so this man, Theodore J. I think that's
Baker?
his name. Baker. Sorry.
Barker.
It's y'all.
my doctor's
it
name.
It's
It's 1:23 in the morning.
Came to Mineral Wells and was like, I can make money off of this. And so he builds this 14-story, 450 rooms, gigantic hotel. Like, when you drive into Mineral Wells, it's the first thing you see. It's huge. And some shady shit went down. So he broadcasted all over the world, come to the Baker Hotel. We have our miracle water, our crazy water is running through every room. Take a dip in our pool. It's full of this crazy water. You'll get cured of cancer, dementia, Alzheimer, everything.
Sorry, continue.
Everything. This water will cure you. You won't have a disease anymore. But Mr. Baker was having some little shady over on the side with his wife, with his mistress, behind his wife's back. So now this is where we are going to get into the mistress of Mr. Barker. Baker, I'm sorry. So she is dead.
She died.
Deceased.
She is known as the ghost with red hair and green eyes. I guess because, like, whenever people see her or they catch her on camera, they catch her hair, which is red, or her eyes, which are green. So my house is haunted. So when Ella starts looking like
crazy,
I'm like,
No, oh my God, I'm
Who
so
is
sorry.
it?
I'm so sorry. Earlier, we were in here. You can keep this in, I don't care. Earlier when we were in here, there were fucking footsteps.
and
The
then we heard
boys
a
were in
loud
bed.
crash.
The boys were asleep. Caitlin and her friends were in here. Like, it was just us. Her parents were gone. There were footsteps walking down the hallway. And then, like, 20, 30 minutes later, there was a loud-ass crash down by Katie's room.
oh, is it?
I don't know. Katie's cat is in her bathroom. It wasn't her cats. It wasn't the dogs. I'm a huge empath. And so, like, whenever I go anywhere haunted, I'm so sorry. When I go anywhere haunted, like, I can feel when there's, like, a presence. And I walk...
That's
Cammy.
Cammy.
I walked down the
What's
hallway.
that? Wait, what do you mean?
That's Cammy, my
Cammy,
dog.
the dog.
What
It's
is she
her
doing?
tail.
She's banging
Oh.
against the doggy door to try and get in.
Anyway, I walked down the hallway to, like, make sure no one was down there. And the feeling I got at the end of that hallway made me want to barf. Anyway.
Okay, so this lady with the red hair and the green eyes, I don't want to use any names or anything because I don't want to, like, be disrespectful in any way.
That's fair.
So, she's also known as the Lady in White because she's seen wearing light white lingerie around the Baker. She was known to flirt with men, even though she was, Mr. Baker's side piece. So she lived in the hotel. Her suite was in the southeast corner of the 7th floor, and she would bring men up there all the time. 1:30 in the morning. Okay, so whenever Mr. Baker found out, like, oh, she's having men come in and, like,
Wrestle her around.
yeah, wrestle her around, he ended the affair and was like, you have to leave. I'm kicking you out. I don't want you here anymore.
Damn.
So she went up to the roof of this 14-story building and jumped from this building onto Mr. Baker's balcony and killed herself.
Imagine finding that.
And so
The body of your dead mistress crushed
yeah.
by gravity.
And her hit Mr. Baker's
Died by
like
gravity.
suite was on the 8th floor. So she went from the 14th floor to the 8th floor.
It's only 6 floors. was gonna say you could survive a 6 foot. No.
No.
You'd be dead so quick.
Yeah, she did. And so a lot of people say, like, when they walk on the 7th and 8th floors, they can smell her lavender perfume in wafts. Like, especially if you walked past her room, you can find red lipstick stains on, like, mirrors.
The perfume is a lot like the Winchester as well. That's crazy.
Yes.
There's so many connections.
Okay, and so here's another one. This boy got a job at the baker. And he was 15 years old. This was back in the day whenever, like, that was allowed. Like, child labor laws weren't a big thing. And he was an elevator operator.
Bellboy?
Different one.
Different one? Okay.
Same thing, but different thing.
Okay.
But, like, different way it happened.
Got it.
I'm going to talk about this one because this one is, like, pure stupidity. Like,
you're fine.
You need to be fucking smart. This boy, he had this job for maybe 2 months. He was 15 years old. He got to work early and went down to, like, so I'm trying to, like, paint a picture, right?
Yes.
So the baker is 14 stories, but there's a basement level.
Okay.
Where you have the kitchen, the service elevators, the service corridor, like where, like, the laundry room, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Right? He went down the stairs to that. And him and 2 of his friends started roughhousing, horseplay with the elevators.
Ew.
So
Like
what they were doing was opening and closing the elevator doors and trying to jump in and out while they were closing.
Oh, what the...
But like the Baker elevator doors were like this.
Oh, good God.
So they don't close like this, like normal elevators do now. They close like this.
And older elevators, they can't sense when a human
the older
is
elevators
there.
don't have the sensors.
Oh, good
So they
God.
just close. And so what was happening was they were doing this for about 30 minutes, and this boy jumped and wasn't able to get his body all the way through. Sliced in half.
Oh.
It took them over an hour to dislodge his body, because this is a service elevator. Like, you gotta think about that. Like, it's not as nice as the other ones. It's not as, like, kept up as the other ones.
It doesn't work as well.
No. And so it took them over an hour to dislodge his body from the elevator. And he's known in the hotel as if people are, like, taking pictures by that thing, he's known to be holding the door open.
Shut up.
Like, people have found, like, taken pictures
Goosey.
of him holding the door open. And, like, a lot of people think it's because he doesn't want that what happened to him to happen to anybody else.
That's brutal.
Yes. Okay, so here's another mistress kind of thing.
Oh, another one?
Yes.
Good
this
God.
My last one will be the one that connects to Malachi.
Okay.
So, the cook, he's like the main cook, chef man, is having an affair with the head maid. But the cook is also messing around with his sous chef.
Oh my God, it's like that Reddit story you read.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's bringing home his boss.
So, but, like, the maid and the cook are in a committed relationship.
Oh, what the? Okay.
So, the sous chef and the cook are
Fooling
fondling
around, okay.
fondling may not be the right word for that. Fooling around in the kitchen. The maid comes in and finds this. She starts screaming at the cook and the sous chef, and she's like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing this with each other? That's nasty. Getting your dick wet. All this, right?" He stabbed her 37 times with a knife and shoved her body in the freezer that like they keep their food in. And then the sous chef was like, "Oh fuck no, I'm going and telling." And then he stabbed her 15 times.
What?
And put her in the refrigerator. And then slit his throat. And just... And so the maid is known for like going in and like packing people's things up.
Oh, like
she doesn't want them there. She's like, leave. Like she'll go into people's rooms and pack up their stuff.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And then the sous chef will like make their like food cold.
Whoa.
Yeah, like people have like ordered food and like it'll come out and it'll be like hot and then they're about to take a bite and it's freezing cold.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And then the cook just makes things get thrown around in the kitchen. They've actually had like knives be pulled out.
It's like that TikTok.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I have two more.
Bro, Bagel, shut
Okay,
up.
so I know my cat Bagel is screaming. He can hear me.
Fucking loud.
So this next lady, she's crazy.
Crazy?
I was crazy once.
They locked me in a room.
A rubber room.
A rubber room with rats.
The
A rat made me crazy. Okay, anyways, so this next lady, she also killed herself. I feel like a lot of people killed themselves up in here.
A lot of people kill themselves in horror locations.
Yeah. So she, there's a bell tower on top of the Baker Hotel. There's a bell. Ding, ding, ding.
I think they gathered.
Oh. So she went up there and slit her wrists.
Whoa.
Nobody knew who she was. She wasn't a resident at the hotel.
Okay.
They taxidermied her body and put it in a window.
How is this?
No, I'm literally not kidding. They taxidermied her body and put it in a window because she had no identification and they didn't know who she was because she wasn't staying there. And so they taxidermied her body, put it in a window with a sign that said, "Do you know me?" And back when I thought you were going to say something. And every night, back when the hotel was up and running, and even now, they, you can hear the bell.
Whoa.
Okay, here's the last one. This one connects to what Malachi is going to be talking about next. There was a, I guess, brothel down the street from the baker. And the baker would they were in cahoots with each other. And a prostitute.
Like the baker and the brothel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, the prostitute from the brothel. Well, it's said that they think she came from the brothel. But that's more than most likely what happened. Came over to the baker. She was drunk. Wasted. And she showed up at the baker and tried to jump into the pool from the 7th floor window. And let's just say, here's the baker, and then you have a bridge. And here's the pool. So I would say a good 100 feet.
It's like a...
From the baker to the pool with a bridge in the middle. This drunk lady on the 7th floor steps outside a window. It's like, cannonball, splat, dead. Yeah, she died.
On the bridge?
Yeah. Her body bent over the railing. She died. But yeah, it says that you can hear her heels clicking. Mm-hmm. Oh, and people get a really uneasy feeling when they walk on the bridge. But I mean,
well,
Or like back hurts and stuff like that. Like your back will start to like
Well,
ache.
depending on how she landed.
That's how she landed.
Her
Like
back
bent
or her
in,
stomach?
in her back. Over the bridge. Yeah.
My neck, my back, and my.
Okay, anyways, so here's the last thing that like connects it all together. The crazy water will heal your cancer. The guy who Mr. Baker, he was an avid cigar smoker, cigar smoker. He had stage 4 lung cancer and he died in his suite.
Me too.
And people say that you, like, when you walk near it, you can smell cigar smoke
Okay.
and, like, wailing.
Like, oh.
Like, from, like, when he died. Because he was in so much pain.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. And then it closed down when the nephew, like, took a hold of it because he killed himself in his uncle's room. Okay, Malachi's turn. Oh, wait, I forgot something. So here's a cute little fun fact. These are of all the famous people who stayed in the Baker: Judy Garland, Clark Gable, the Three Stooges, Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lady Bird, Roy Rogers, Will Rogers. I can't say that. Mary Martin, General Pershing, Dorothy Lamour, Sammy Key, Jack Dempsey, Helen Keller, not a real person,
Okay, Faye.
and Ronald Reagan. But also, this is not included because it's like, but their signatures are in a room.
All of them?
No, this is somebody like people. They didn't want people to know that they stood there.
Oh.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Why?
Because they were criminals, but they signed the wall in their room to let people know that they were there.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Helen Keller is not real.
Yes, she is.
She is a conspiracy theory to make people believe that they can do what they believe in.
Is that what we're going to talk about in your conspiracy theory episode of Helen Keller?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we have a conspiracy theory episode.
Coming out soon.
When?
Soon. I think it's after the serial killer. I mean, what?
I think
it's like
after the what episode?
It's like
It could be like 17.
25th.
We only have.
We have 27
Oh.
planned.
27 podcasts?
Yeah, for season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When is season 1 in?
30. 27.
No.
February?
I don't, girl, like I know.
Okay.
Go pee.
It's okay, I can hold
No,
it
we
until.
can pause
No,
it.
I can hold it until after we're done with this episode. I'm not gonna pee myself. Go. Go.
Okay. The Haunted Hill House. Cast in the shadow of the Baker Hotel sits in the Haunted Hill, 125 feet away with direct ties to the hotel. This home once hosted bootleggers, prostitutes, and gambling and secrets for those who wanted to misbehave with discretion.
Yes. For anyone who doesn't know, he's talking about the Haunted Hill House. He said it, but
Yeah.
he's talking about the Haunted Hill House. It's literally like next door neighbors with the Baker Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very connected. Continue.
Over the years, several deaths have occurred, which you can tell over here, and the spirits still wander among the halls, and as if this place is still their own. The history: the home was built as an A-frame home during the Civil War. A-frame home?
Afraid.
A frame home in the Civil War and was established in 1880. It belonged to the first founding family of the Mineral Wells from 1880 to 1929.
So I'm assuming it was either the same family as the Baker, or it was like two separate that were like just really close.
It was also a makeshift hospital. Afterwards, the home became a haven for illegal activity. So people went to get their stuff. The employees at the Baker Hotel secretly provided customers to the prostitutes that reside at the Hills house because it was very dangerous for a hotel to be involved in something like that. It was known to be a bootleg bar for the Baker Hotel, so it would provide alcohol for guests at the hotel. The Hill had children deliver the alcohol to guests so that the way police never suspected anything strange going on. The current home owner, Catherine Estes, stated that...
If you can't tell, I did this research for him while he was at work.
Had stated that one day while she was sitting in the back of the porch, a wheelbarrow that was about 2 feet away from her was thrown at her.
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't...
But, like, spirits can do some crazy things.
This
I'll give
doll
him that.
above this tree, oh, I can do
Especially
dolls.
if they're like demonic spirits.
Oh, no, for sure. But, like, throwing a wheelbarrow,
In broad
Wheelbarrows
daylight?
are heavy.
In broad daylight, too?
they don't care.
In broad daylight,
They don't give
Ghost
two shits.
Adventures. New episode.
In broad
She
daylight.
also
In broad
stated,
daylight.
she also stated that one morning while her and her husband, around 3 or 5, her husband had woken up and said that someone was giggling in her ear.
His ear.
His ears. Right after they started hearing growling and hissing noises at the front door in the front of the beginning to open.
What?
It's 1:45 in the morning. Oh, you want to go from the top?
7
Let me see.
a.m.
Not restart.
Like, from the top, make it drunk.
Hold on.
Get a bucket and put the buns in
Faith,
the oven.
Faith.
Sorry.
She also stated that one morning while her and her husband were sleeping, around 3 or 5 in the morning, her husband had woken her up and said that something giggled in his ear. Right after, they started hearing growling and hissing noises as the door in front of them began to open.
Okay.
In the crack of the door.
In the wait, where am I blind?
Right there.
Oh, in the crack of the door, they could see a white faces peering at them, causing them to get out of bed and run outside. Why are you? You're white. You're stupid. Oh my god.
Yeehaw.
Continue.
While they were outside, this entirely began to
The
entity began to bang at the front door
from the inside.
Bagel.
inside the house and peeking out the windows at them. There is also a demonic presence in the house that has made himself known through voice recordings. He stated that his name is Toby. Guests say that when they step out in front of the house, they feel a dark, heavy presence in the house that Catherine relates to the demonic entity named Toby. There's a room in the house that refers as a scratcher room.
Don't read the parentheses.
That is referred as a scratcher room where they have been over 55 guests that have experienced being scratched by an entity named Willie. Or by Toby. Guests have also experienced items being thrown. I'm like, what?
It's a possibility.
I mean, I would get a knife and not a wheelbarrow.
Oh, wow.
Items being thrown at them as they go to leave the house, and doors flying open when no one is near them in a chimney room. It is rumored that a little boy named Joshua was born to Elizabeth after being raped by Willie. Joshua was disfigured.
Willie's her uncle, FYI, which is why it's so fucked up.
Sweet home Alabama.
And it's also rumored that Elizabeth is one of the prostitutes that resided at the Hill House. That
oh my
Willie.
God. Oh no, never
No.
mind.
That and like Willie was the person that started all the illegal activity and everything, and so she was there trying to make money off of the customers that came from the Baker Hotel. And while she was there, Willie had raped her, and she ended up giving birth to Joshua.
I was
Continue.
gonna say maybe she was the one who went up there and slit her wrist.
No, there's a whole other story to her.
Oh.
And no one really wanted him to...
You skipped it.
Oh, sorry. Joshua was a disfigured little boy, and no one really wanted him leaving the room. But one day he disobeyed, resulting in his murder in the same room. As Elizabeth was trying to defend her son in the moment, She was brutally shot and killed at the top of the stairs in the house. Visitors have experienced equipment malfunctions and balls rolling around one of it. Is that the same, like the boy that...
No, it's not the same boy, because that's the
okay.
Driskill. That's in Austin.
Somewhere in the back of the property, there was a little boy named Jacob who was found hung on a tree in 1940. He was 8 years old at the time. He said he is said to haunt the area where he was hung. There's also reports of demonic portals being opened up. Mm-hmm. What is this? Mm-hmm. Of the rooms. When guests have gone into this room, they've experienced being scratched so bad they bleed through their clothes, being burned when there was no heat source around, and also being bitten by something when there was no animal around. I mean, you get bit by...
Not like a bug bite, like a huge bite that leaves teeth marks.
Oh.
Like an
So
animal
bruises,
bite. Like a gnarly bite.
Since the house was involved with so much illegal activity, isn't a lot of information online of these events that happen, or
Spirits.
It says sports.
Oh, okay, spirits.
Spirits that reside there. So as now there's only information that has been able to be found.
That was supposed to say, so as of now, this is the only information that has been able to be found.
Yeah.
So the Hill House was a very sketchy place from what I found online because of all the illegal activity it was involved in. It was a brothel. It was a place for prostitutes. It was... A lot of people died there because of... Because of all... A lot of people died there because of all the illegal activity that did go on. And they didn't want anyone to be alarmed by anything, essentially, so they didn't report any of it. Like, in a video that I watched, it said that they would just throw bodies behind the house in the woods because they didn't want anyone to suspect anything. So they didn't want anyone to expect... They didn't want anyone to suspect anything.
That's not good.
Because they didn't want to be shut down. And so I dug online for like an hour and a half on this damn place. And I could not find shit. Because there were no dead bodies reported. There were no murders reported. There was nothing.
It was all very hush-hush.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was covered up.
And, like, they even had kids deliver alcohol to the
Rooms.
to the guests of the baker because they didn't want to be, like, sketchy. Because, like, who is going to suspect? What police officer is going to suspect the child is carrying alcohol for someone?
Also, like, here's another thing. The crime rate in Mineral Wells is very low. It was then, and it is now. Mm-hmm. It's a really small, like...
It's a tiny
it's
town.
rinky-dink town.
There's, like, jack shit there.
There's, like, I think maybe one Taco Bell. It has, like...
It had none back in the day.
No. Like, when I was younger and I would go up there and I would, like, walk around the baker with my dad, the only thing that was there was, like, an Allsup's.
When I would walk around the baker with my dad. Sorry.
And it's just like the population is like...
What's the population of Mineral Wells, Texas? 14,000.
It's
as of like 2 years ago.
It's small.
The population here is like 30,000. 300,000.
Yeah. It's like one of those towns that you drive through that's like, you're like, oh.
What's
this?
It
smells like manure.
Yeah, no, it smells like manure and there's lakes everywhere.
Yeah, like it's
tiny.
It's small. It's really run down. It's an old town. And like, it's the kind of town that like back in the day, you didn't even lock your front door.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's like,
boy,
like, no police officer is going to suspect a kid carrying a basket of, like, bottles as a kid delivering alcohol. Like, that's not what it is, you know?
It's like It's along I-20. It's like, I think it's one of the smallest towns along I-20.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, Austin is bigger than Mineral Wells.
Well, yeah. Austin is the capital of Texas.
I know.
Okay.
Post is bigger than Mineral Wells.
Yeah. Amarillo is bigger.
Merkel, Texas
Merkel!
is bigger than Mineral Wells, Texas.
Midland is bigger than.
So, backstory. I was on my way back home from a Noah Kahn concert back in October. And we had just stopped to get some gas and take a little potty break. And
Those are the best kind of breaks.
I think we were not even 10 minutes back on the highway. The fucking, like, battery light came on or something. I don't even remember what it was, but it was a light. It was like a...
Were y'all near that town?
Merkel!
Y'all were near, or were y'all right?
We were
She
in
was
Merkel.
in Merkel.
Maybe it was a spirit.
Not Mineral
No,
Wells,
not
dumbass.
Mineral Wells.
Merkel.
Merkel.
Oh.
Anyway, and, like, my sister was like, can you look up what this means? And I looked it up. Not even a second after I read what it meant, the car broke down. Like, her foot wasn't on the brake, her foot wasn't on the gas, and it was like... Doom, doom. It was bad. It felt like those rides at arcades where you sit in it and it's like you're in a mine cart.
Hurts.
You're in a cart and you're, like, going through the mines. And I'm like... That's
Like,
what it felt like.
The Mad Mat, the
Oh my
Mad
God,
Rat
yes.
at Joyland.
Yes.
That shit hurt. It was
Anyway.
like, boom, boom.
And so
You'd be
it
like,
was...
boom.
Okay, Faith.
Sorry.
Anyway, so it was like, it either meant like the battery was corroded or that like some stuff was disconnected. Our battery ended up being corroded. Our alternator belt was snapped off. There was a whole bunch of shit wrong. And they were like, we can't get this fixed today. We're going to have to fix it tomorrow morning because we can't get the parts in. And so Faith,
I was asleep on this couch.
She was taking a nap.
On this couch.
And I was FaceTiming her and calling her. She didn't answer. I had to call her sister. And I was like, where's Faith? I was sobbing. I was like, where's Faith? What is she doing? And she was like, she's taking a nap. And I was like, wake her up. And so she left for work and she woke up Faith. And Faith called me back. No, you didn't. I called you again. I called her again.
No, I called you because my dad came in here and was like, you need to call Ella. And I was like, oh shit, what's going on?
Okay, yeah. You called me back. And
After like 11 missed calls.
hey, bro, I was panicking.
I didn't know that. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I called her and I was sobbing. And she sits up immediately. What's wrong? Like, I'm stranded in Merkel. My car broke down. I can't get back in town. Where? Merkel. Where is that? It's like 10 minutes outside of Abilene. And so Faith had to drive 2 hours to come pick up me and my mom, my sister, and my sister's best friend. All because we wanted to go see Noah Kahn.
Merkel.
My first kid's going to be named Merkel. Anyway. Anything else anyone wants to say?
Yes. You might have seen when I went like this. I was not picking my nose. I was turning my nose ring.
Why are you holding the phone sideways?
Oh.
They heard you fine.
Okay.
This is going to be so loud.
Bye. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to do the outro.
Yes. Do you want to say anything? You're the idea.
Fuck this job.
The kids are asleep.
Kids are asleep, you dumb fuck.
He had the idea for this damn podcast, and he's been so quiet the entire time. No, you lost your chance.
This damn,
You're so loud.
if y'all can't realize, I've been looking, and over here, I would show y'all, but like this, I've been looking right here because they said somebody ran by, and I was like, I'm trying to make sure. That was like,
No, what?
I was scared, and then that I don't like dolls.
When I spend the night over here, the
It's
angel.
an angel.
Anyway, shut up. When I spend the night over here, I see people walking around in your front yard. You didn't know that. I see people walking around in her fucking front yard. Like over there by the fence, I see them walking back and forth in the grass. And there's no one out there.
My house is haunted.
2 people drowned in her pool.
That's true.
Think when I slept here, knocked the fuck out the whole time. The only reason I woke up is because the kids were running around.
Oh, that's why I wake up too.
And they're-
What if it wasn't the kids?
We also We also didn't go to bed till 8 a.m., stayed up all night baking 600 cupcakes. I'm not shocked that you knocked out the whole time.
No. The thing is, I kind of woke up to the kids standing in front of me and just looking at me.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Was it the blank and blank?
You're going to have to bleep that out.
By law.
Yes,
Was it
was.
okay?
But like,
Because they're creepy.
No, they were. I that one the
couch was literally right there, running back and forth. They literally stood right in front of me. I woke up to them. And I was like,
oh yeah, when it was arranged like that, I forgot about that.
And it was
It's not like that anymore.
like I was like, I could see them sitting in front of me, and I was like trying to stay asleep, so I didn't be like, and that waits for them to walk away to get up.
Well,
I'd whisper this, right? I'd be like, if you get one more inch close to me, I will gouge your eyeballs out and eat them for breakfast. You ugly bitch. Now get away from me.
deep fry their eyeballs.
It tastes like chicken.
Why are we doing ASMR? What is happening?
Hey guys, welcome back to my...
No. I'm so sorry. Anything else you want to say before Faith does the outro? Okay, Faith, take us away.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. Check in next week.
On Monday.
On
Christmas.
Monday. We're going to post it on Christmas. It's going to be a Christmas special. We're going to talk about our fave childhood memories and all those things. Yeah.
Do you want me to do it?
Get the fuck out of my face, you bitch. Not you. I love you. Anyways, bye. See you later.
Thanks for watching. Bye. Are you going to wave?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, if you guys, while he's hobbling, if you guys have any ideas for like future videos or like any topics you want us to talk about, let us know down in the comments because we will totally do them. Just let us know. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.